Hey. You're watching SCENEtv. My name is Rufaro, and today I'm hanging out with trikakis, who is the drummer for two bands, The Honors and The Press Project.
The Honors is more like indie rock, garage rock, high energy, as opposed to the Press Project, which is it's a hip-hop band. So, you know, we're kind of laying back in the pocket a little bit more. To clarify, pocket meaning the groove, when everyone in the club's just kind of bobbing their head, you know you're doing something right, you know?
Do you want to go more in depth about how each band kind of got together, with you including?
Yeah, actually, I was still at UNH, University of New Hampshire. I think I was a senior when the Press Project started. And I got a call from Roland, the bass player, and he was looking to start a live hip-hop outfit, kind of similar to, you know, The Roots. Began as a result of him and I having played together in jam sessions, and together our friend Jim Dozette, who played guitars, Chris Claxton, who plays a little bit of keys, and then our three MCs, Pat, Cap, and Alex.
And The Honors?
The Honors is my current project. I used to go to school or studied abroad for like 6 months in England, in London, England, and I met our guitarist and vocalist Brandon Heisler. Get how cool this is, okay? There was a pub in the school, and sometimes they even had classes in the pubs.
That's f***ing awesome.
So you could be like, I'm gonna study some Shakespeare and drink a Guinness. It was amazing. Or 6 Guinness, you know. I mean, 6 Guinness in, you just seem to learn more about Shakespeare. So him and I used to get together, and down the hall from the pub was like a jam spot. There was a set of drums and some crappy old guitars. Just kind of hit it off musically right away. A couple years later, I received a phone call. You know, we had been in communication. He's like, I'm coming to Boston. I've graduated from school. Let's do this. And we got together and started writing songs. And I pulled in Roland from the Press Project and Andrew, the guitar player. Band, that's how The Honors more or less formed. Good question.
I know, I'm very good with questions.
It changes quite a bit. Like when I'm playing with the Press Project, the hip-hop genre works within a certain beats per minute range. So I'm kind of like laying back more. You know, I'm supporting the bass player and supporting the MCs. I don't want to get in the way of what they're saying. With The Honors, it's more of a faster song, so I'm sweating. I really had to adjust my playing style and my technique, pretty much everything, to accommodate that kind of drum style. So I'm hitting in a different way. I have bigger drums, different kind of drum setup, you know, flabbier tom sounds, and you know, more of a bombastic style of playing where I'm really just bashing, and you know, it's about volume and dynamics.
In general, since you're in two bands, who gets the most ass?
But there are more members of the Press Project, so I'd probably say the Press Project. Yeah, because there's 7 dudes in that band.
So come on, gather round, y'all, get your love. I'm a mic.
The drummer, although he's in a relationship, ladies and men. The guitarist, or I don't know. Go for it. Bass player?
I'd say usually the rhythm section, meaning the bass and the drums.
How do you balance drumming in two bands?
To the dismay of some of my bandmates, had to like take 2 gigs in one night, where I'm like running across Boston. Yeah, one time we had a gig with The Honors opening up at the Middle East Upstairs. Then I had to pack up all of my gear for a show at Harper's Ferry with the Press Project, and that was kind of like crazy. I don't do that too often, or like to do that too often.
So what are the musical influences of The Honors and the Press Project?
Well, I'll say The Honors first. We're hugely influenced by like The Strokes, The Cure. Cut Copy is awesome. We had their album playing on tour. The Smiths are a huge influence. as far as the press project is concerned, Jay Dilla all the way has had a huge influence on us, just because of the way that drummers interpret the kind of beats that he plays. You know, we love Common, Kanye West and the Roots, and you know, George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic. We actually played with him, did open for him, and toured with Slick Rick the Ruler as the opening act and as his backing band. So that was the coolest thing in the world, and kind of like really acted to solidify, you know, playing music and how cool, you know, being in a band can be. Whenever I'm staring at Slick Rick's back and, you know, there's a crowd of 1,000 people out there getting down la-di-da-di, we likes to party, and I'm just like, what am I doing here right now? I'd say both bands. The writing process comes from the beat, the groove. You establish a groove first.
So you guys will just have like a jam session, and then you just kind of figure out the song after that?
Yeah, well, especially with the press project, since a lot of our material was improvised, we'd record a live set and be like, wow, that was a cool 30 seconds, and then write a song kind of based on that. Whereas the Honors, it's more, a lot of the songwriting comes from Brandon, so he'll like demo an idea and have a lot of the idea kind of already completed, and then we kind of chip in our 2 cents once we're all together.
Musically, how's the Honors grown since the first album called Ghosts to the second album called Wasted Palaces?
In fact, Wasted Palaces was just a combination of the best songs, or what we thought were the best songs, off of Ghosts and some of our new material. I think we finally nailed our sound, and I think we kind of struggled with an identity crisis because, being the diverse musicians that we are, we're not really restricted to, oh, I can only play this certain style of music. I think we've kind of figured out a general kind of sound for this new album, which we're really excited about, and will be technically our first real album because we're recording it all at the same studio with the same, you know, engineer and producer.
What pisses you off when you're performing?
When I have to pee, that really sucks. So I try to like not drink too much beer before I play. I'm kind of a hard ass actually, and anyone that plays with me will know I'm a hard ass when it comes to playing in a band, and I expect perfection from all my band members, and I'm known to give dirty looks and yell.
Since you're a drummer, do you have any drummers out there that are huge influences on you?
Oh, hell yeah. I was waiting for that question.
Take that question back.
I guess off the top of my head, I love Thomas Pridgeon, who I guess was playing with Mars Volta and is no longer. He's the man. Chris Daddy Dave is a huge influence on my like hip-hop R&B playing. When I was a kid, I started playing the drums because of my interest in the Mahavishnu Orchestra, and Billy Cobham is their drummer.
What's on heavy rotation on your iPod?
Beach House, Teen Dream, their new album is awesome. The song Norway is super cool.
You guys have something called the Fake Titty Bus. Why don't we let everybody know what that is?
Fake Titty, it's our little tour bus. 15-passenger Ford E350 supercharged, whatever it is. It's awesome, and we call it Fake Titty because it's too big to be real. She's the type of chick that a musician likes to talk to after a gig because she's got big fake tits, or just one tit. It's weird. It's like Total Recall, but with one boob.
Does she ride well?
Oh, she rides really well. She's well lubricated. We change her oil every 4,000 miles.
That sounds like a good bus.
Very reliable, too.
Thank you.